Okay, so today we're going to start the Semex1 study guide. And again, I suggest that you take your notes on a separate piece of paper, clean piece of paper. Don't mark up or don't put any notes on the study guide. I'd like you to use the study guide as practice problems between now and the day of your exam. So the first 5 problems on the study guide are multiple choice, but your entire exam will be multiple choice. These questions, though, I don't have the ability to make them short answer, so they came out as multiple choice for the exam study guide. All right, so number 1, write an equation in slope-intercept form of a line through the point. We're going through P, which is at 6, 9. And it's got a slope of -3. So slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So we've got an x, we've got a y, and we've got an m. So we substitute all these values into this equation. We got 9 equals -3 times 6 plus b. This allows us to solve for b. So 9 is equal to -18 plus b. If we add 18 to each side, 27 is equal to our b. So if our b is equal to 27 and our m is equal to -3, we go back to this format and we write y is equal to -3 times x plus 27. There's our slope-intercept form. Problem number 2, write an equation in point-slope form. We're going through the point J, which is at -8, -6. And our slope, we've got an m of -3 again. And point slope form is y minus y sub 1 equals the slope times x minus x sub 1. So in point slope form, using this point and this slope, we go y. And then the opposite of our y value, so plus 6, equals the slope, which is -3, times x. And now the opposite of our x value, so plus 8. There's point slope form. Number 3, write an equation in slope-intercept form. So again, slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b. You got 2 points. You've got a 7, -5, and a 9, 7. This problem is very similar to number 1, except we have to find the slope first. So the slope of an equation, or the slope given 2 points, is equal to y minus y. So we got 7 minus -5 divided by x minus x. That's 9 minus 7. So 7 minus -5, we keep change, we get a 12. 9 minus 7 is 2. 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6. So we've got an m that's equal to 6. Now, if our m is equal to 6, I'm going to pick this point right here since both values are positive. And I'm going to use the m, and I'm going to plug them into this equation, and I'm going to solve for b. So my 7 equals 6 times x, which is 9, plus b. So 7 equals 54 plus b. Subtract 54 from each side. And -47 equals b. So now we've got a b And we've got this m. So we do the same thing we did on number 1. Y is equal to m, which is 6, times x, and then our b is minus 47. There's your equation in slope-intercept form. And problem number 4. What is an equation for the line that passes through the points? Okay, so you're given 2 points. 1, -8, 6, 2. All of your answer choices are in point slope form. That means you got to write an equation in point slope form. So the first thing we need is a slope. So again, our m is equal to the y's, subtract the y's, y2 minus y1, so we get 2 minus -8. And then x sub 2 minus x sub 1, so 6 minus 1. In the numerator, we're going to keep change. We get a 10. The denominator, 6 minus 1 is 5. Our m is equal to 2. Now, if you glance through those answer choices, they used the 8 and the 1. They didn't use the 6 and the 2. So we're going to use the 8 and the 1, or the 1 and the -8. So in point slope form, we go y, and then the opposite of our y value, so y plus 8, equals the slope, which is 2, times x, and the opposite of our x value, which is -1. So there's our equation in point slope form. And problem number 5, you're told that MNO is congruent to PQR. Which of the following can you not conclude as being true? So you're looking for something that's not true. So answer choice A says that MN is equal to PR. MN's the first two, isn't it? PR is first and third. Are they congruent? No. So right off the bat, it's answer choice A. All right. Just to answer choice B says that NO is equal to QR. Well, NO is the second and third letter, and QR is the second and third letter. So that's true, isn't it? Okay. The first one was false. Remember that the location of the vertex in the description determines what segments and angles are equal in the second description. All right, so we're kind of starting our numbering over again now. We're at short answer. And we're back to number 1. Short answer number 1. Are points C, J, and B collinear or non-collinear? We got C. We got the top of this box right here. And we've got A, B, J, C, D, and I. And you're asked if C, B, and J. Here's C, here's B, and here's J. Collinear means on the same line, so they're collinear. Non-collinear means not on the same line. In problem number 2, you're asked if O, N, and P, O, N, P, collinear. And here's O, here's N, and here's P. Are these 3 points on the same line? No, they're on two different lines, so no. Collinear means on the same line. Non-collinear means not on the same line. In problem number 3, you are asked to name the plane represented by the top of the box. Remember, when you're describing a plane, your points cannot be on the same line. When you're describing a plane, your 3 points cannot be on the same line. So we can use BAI. That's a good description. We can use IDC. We can use DCJ. I can use CI and A. Those are all good descriptions for that plane, right? Non-collinear points. I cannot use AID, right? They're all on the same line, so I can't use them to describe a plane. I can't use B, J, and C. B, J, and C are all on the same line. I can't use those to describe a plane. I got to use 3 non-collinear points. That's how you describe a plane. 3 non-collinear points. Number 4, what is the name of the ray that is opposite? We're looking for opposite. Ray BA. And we've got this going on. All right, opposite of ray BA. Ray BA is right here. Ray BA starts at point B and it goes through A, forms a ray. Opposite of BA. Opposite rays start at the same place, but they go opposite directions. So opposite of BA would be something that starts at B and goes this direction. So one description would be ray BC, because it starts at B and it goes through C. Another option is a ray that starts at B and goes through D. All right, so those are both opposite rays to ray BA. Either of those are a good answer choice. Ray BC or ray BD. All right, problem number 5. Length of AD. The length of AD is going to be equal to the absolute value of A minus D. The length of any 2 points on a number line is the absolute value of the difference of their coordinates. So if we're looking at that number line, A is at -5, D is at 7. So AD is equal to the absolute value of -5 minus 7. The absolute value of -5 minus 7 is equal to the absolute value of -12. And the absolute value of -12 is equal to 12. So the distance from A to D is 12 units. And it should just make a little bit of sense to you, because from -5 to 0 is 5 units. And from 0 to 7 is 7 units. And 5 plus 7 is 12. But this is the surefire way to get distance correct every time. Number 6. Here's our picture. We got E, F, and G. EF is 16. It's given. EG is 36. Find the value of FG. FG is right here. Segment addition postulate. 2 smaller pieces added together equal the big piece. So 16 plus FG is equal to 36. Subtract 16 from each side. And our FG equals 20. Problem number 7. Same line. We got E, F, and G on it again. E to F is 6x plus 12. F to G is 47. EG, the entire piece, is 167. Well, the sum of the 2 smaller pieces equals the big piece. So 6x plus 12 plus 47 equals 167. We're going to combine like terms. So 6x plus 59 equals 167. Going to subtract 59 from each side. So our 6x equals 108. And we're going to divide both sides by 6. X equals 18. All right, we got 3 more problems to do for today's portion of the study guide. We're on number 8. E, F, and G again. EF is 2x minus 13. F to G is 3x minus 12. EG is 30. We need X. We need EF. And we need FG. And we're told the drawing is not to scale. That means that this smaller piece could actually be bigger than this bigger piece mathematically. That's what drawing not to scale means. All right, so here we go. We got the sum of the 2 smaller pieces equals the entire piece. So we got a 2x minus 13. So we combine the x's. So our 2x and our 3x is 5x. We combine the whole numbers. Our negative 13 plus our negative 12 is negative 25. And that sum is equal to the entire piece, which is 30. So we add 25 to each side. 5x equals 55. And divide both sides by 5. So x equals 11. There's the first thing that we're asked. X equals 11. Now e to f. E to f is 2 times 11 minus 13. So 2 times 11, that's 22 minus 13, which is 9. So e to f equals 9. Our f to g is going to be 3 times 11 minus 12. So 33 minus 12 is 21. All right, and just make sure that it works, meaning we got a 9 here and we've got a 21 here, and 9 plus 21 is 30. So there's your x, there's your e to f, 9, there's your f to g, 21. Number 9. What segment is congruent to AC? And here's what we've got. We got A at negative 6. We got C at 0. Boy, that's tough, right? So isn't AC equal to the absolute value of negative 6 minus 0, which is the absolute value of negative 6, which equals 6. So if AC is equal to 6, we need another segment on there that's equal to 6. So we got a B that's at negative 2. Well, B to A or B to C isn't going to work, is it? Because this is 2 and this is 4. So that doesn't work. We've got D that's at positive 2. Well, from C to D is 2 units. So from B to D is only 4 units, isn't it? So that's not congruent to AC. And then we got point E that's at 4. And from D to E is another 2 units. So if we sum these 3 2's right here, 2, 4, 6 units long, there's a segment that's congruent to AC. So we're going to say BC, or I'm sorry, BE is equal to 6 as well. All right, last problem for today is number 10. If Z is the midpoint of RT, so I'm going to draw this first. I got R, point Z, and T. Z is the midpoint of RT. Well, if Z is the midpoint, I'm putting these tick marks on here. R to Z is 7x minus 30. Z to T is 75. And they're asking for X, RZ, and RT. Well, if Z is the midpoint and the two segments are equal to each other, 7x minus 30 equals 75. Add 30. Seven x equals 105 and divide by 7. So 105 divided by 7. We get an x that's equal to 15. So there's the first part of our question, x equals 15. So I'm going to double check it though, because I'm going to say R to Z. I could just say RZ is 75, but I want to double check my math. So I'm going to do 7 times 15 minus 30. And my 7 times 15 again is 105 minus 30 is 75. So I know this piece is 75. Two ways. One way I was told that they were congruent, and then I proved it mathematically. So RT from R to T, that's going to be 75 times 2, which equals 150. All right, and that concludes your study guide for today. We will do the next 15 problems tomorrow.